And we're going to talk about all kinds of things that people need to be aware of when they're handling a crisis, because they're important to the people who are involved in that crisis, even if they're not important to you. And so it's really critical that we focus on all of that and make sure that we understand all of the things that could impact the people who are going to be involved in our crisis response. Have a situation happen where we've just received an urgent message to join a conference call being chaired by your head of human resources and your head of corporate security. And you're asked to call in from a secure location. And this is the information that's coming to you, maybe some other colleagues in your organization. And this is all that you know at the particular moment. And if you're like most organizations, if you don't have a set crisis structure in place, or maybe you haven't shared with people outside the normal crisis team what could happen, all of a sudden there are going to be a number of questions that start popping up, right? Like, how and why did you get this phone call? Is there a specific number that you're supposed to call in for this conference call that's used by crisis, or do you use a normal system that you call into, or do you call your operations people to find out what you're supposed to do? What is a secure location within the framework of your organization? And does that secure location allow you to dial in on your mobile phone, which could be monitored by people who have sophisticated listening devices? So what this is just bringing up is a few questions that we need to understand, that if we haven't set a framework for our people, then we've actually created a crisis for them in trying to respond to the crisis that we're about to tell them about. So we'll talk a little bit more about those kind of things as we go along. Erudite is going to be putting on some training programs that are going to look at crisis communications and crisis response in a little bit more detail. I would encourage you strongly to watch their website if this is made you thirsty for some more information, or you think that your crisis teams or your communications teams might want to learn more about that. Go to the Erudite Training Solutions and look at the programs that they're going to have coming up.